Alright, guys, it's Boy Meets Man here, and today we're going to be talking about The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. So, the first book in the series is Malice. Starts off pretty slow. I would say about a third of the way into the book is when it starts picking up, and it just keeps going from there. It goes through all four books. His pacing it just goes so fast. He still has time to develop characters and actually flesh them out, have you enjoy certain characters. It's going to have you be sad about certain characters. And there's just so many times when throughout the story, the heroes go through and they get betrayed by somebody, and you're trying to figure out who's going to be the person betraying. Are the heroes going to actually win in the end? And you just never know. As you're reading throughout the whole time, you're just like, man, I just cannot stop. I read all four of these books within probably 3 weeks, and I just couldn't stop. I had to keep reading to find out what was next. Valor, fantastic book. I honestly, I think the first book is the weakest of the four, and it just keeps going from there. I think Ruin is the best of the four, because there's a lot of things that wrap up in Ruin, but there's a lot of things that expand in Ruin, and then your questions that you had answered, then you have more questions, and you're like, man, I cannot believe this happened. And then it all wraps up with Wrath at the end. I think that Wrath is not as good as Ruin, but I do think that it is still a good book. I think that easily Valor and Ruin, for me, are 4.75 out of 5. I would say Wrath is 4.25 out of 5, and I would say Malice is probably a 4 out of 5. Again, I think Malice is the weakest of the four, but that's not to say that it's still not good. I think John Gwynne's action scenes are amazing. I think the way he balances between the characters, you see both sides of the story. You constantly bounce between the good and the bad people to where you're at a point and you're like, man, I really hope this guy doesn't die. But then you're like, man, this guy's bad. I'm not sure. And I just think that the book series is amazing, and I am definitely going to continue reading all of John Gwynne's series.